Have you ever walked alone through the woods and felt like someone or something was watching you? What if I told you that deep in the mountains of the Philippines, an ancient creature is said to stand guard, waiting, half man and half horse, its glowing eyes following every step you take? Let's talk about the Tikbalang, the half-horse spirit that guards the forest and plays tricks on anyone who dares to cross its path. The Tikbalang isn't just a story to scare kids. It's a creature that's been part of Filipino belief for centuries, a being both feared and respected, said to be the protector of nature and sometimes the tormentor of humans. And today, we're going to uncover everything about it. Where it came from, what it once, and why people still claim to see it today. Imagine this: you're hiking in a foggy forest somewhere in the Philippines. The trail is quiet, too quiet. Suddenly, the path you were sure you were following seems to twist and turn, leading you deeper into the unknown. No matter how far you walk, you end up back in the same place. Locals would tell you you've just crossed paths with a Tikbalang. For hundreds of years, Filipinos have told tales of this half-human, half-horse creature. It's described as having the muscular body of a tall man, but the head and hooves of a horse. Its limbs are unusually long and thin, so tall that its knees almost reach its shoulders when it crouches. Some say its eyes glow red in the dark. Others claim you can smell it before you see it, a strange mix of wet earth and burnt leaves. But what makes the Tikbalang truly fascinating isn't just how it looks at us. What it does. In most stories, Tikbalangs are tricksters. They love to play with travelers, especially those who wander off the path. They'll make you walk in circles for hours, laughing as you get more and more lost. And the only way to escape, you have to turn your shirt inside out. Sounds strange, right? But for some reason, that's believed to confuse the Tikbalang and break its spell. The origins of the Tikbalang are as mysterious as the creature itself. Some historians say the legend came from the time when Spaniards arrived in the Philippines in the 1500s. They brought horses with them animals that the locals had never seen before. The sight of a tall foreigner on a horse might have inspired stories of a towering half-horse being roaming the land. But long before the Spanish came, ancient Filipinos already believed in spirits of the forest called Anita. Some of these were guardians of nature, protectors of trees, rivers, and mountains. Over time, those beliefs mixed together, giving birth to the Tikbalang we know today. In many stories, the Tikbalang is said to guard sacred places. Locals believe that before you cut down a tree or build something in the forest, you must first ask permission. Otherwise, you risk angering the Tik. And if you do, you might find yourself haunted by strange noises at night, branches snapping, horse hooves echoing, or even a deep voice whispering your name. There's also a darker side to the Tikbalang's legend. Some say it's not just a playful trickster, it can be dangerous. In old tales, it was said to lure travelers to their deaths, especially those who disrespected nature. It could make you slip off cliffs, fall into rivers, or lose your mind from fear. Others believed it could possess people or shapeshift into someone you know to deceive you. But not all Tikbalangs are bad. In some provinces, they're seen as gentle protectors. They keep balance in nature, making sure humans don't destroy too much of the forest. People leave offerings of food, flowers, or tobacco at the base of big trees to show respect. Some farmers even pray to the Tikbalang for good harvests, believing it will bless their land if treated kindly. So, how do you protect yourself from one? Aside from wearing your shirt inside out, people used to carry talismans or blessed objects like garlic, salt, or rosaries. Some say if you can climb on the Tikbalang's back and tie its thick mane, it will become your loyal servant for life. But that's easier said than done because catching one is nearly impossible. Tikbalang stories also vary depending on where you are in the Philippines. In Luzon, people describe it as tall and brown-haired, guarding mountains like Banahaw or In the Visayas, it's said to live in thick forests and foggy hills, often appearing to travelers at twilight. In Mindanao, it's sometimes confused with other spirits, like the Kapre or Aswang, adding even more mystery to its identity. But here's where it gets really interesting. Many modern Filipinos still claim to see Tikbalangs today. Some drivers traveling late at night through remote provinces report seeing a tall, shadowy figure standing by the road. Others say they've heard galloping hooves echoing in the mountains, even though no horses live there anymore. There are also tales from hikers and campers who swear they got lost in places that did. Teammate senstrels looping endlessly until they whispered a prayer, and suddenly, the way home appeared. Is it all superstition? Maybe. But think about this, every culture around the world has its own version of a forest spirit. In Japan, it's the Tengu. In Europe, it's the Satyr. In Native American lore, there are guardian spirits that protect the land. The Tikbalang could be the Filipino version of that same ancient idea that nature has eyes, and those who disrespect it pay the price. There's even a symbolic meaning behind it. Some anthropologists say the Tikbalang represents the unpredictable side of nature. You can't control it. You have to respect it. Others think it's a reminder for travelers to stay humble and cautious. After all, if you get lost in the forest, maybe it is not because of a creature, it est because you didn't listen to your. But let's not forget that Tikbalang is also deeply rooted in Filipino identity. It's part of what makes Philippine folklore so unique. It's both terrifying and fascinating, playful and powerful. It reminds people of the thin line between the natural and the supernatural. And even as the world gets more modern, stories like this keep that connection to the old world alive. Now, let us talk about one of the most famous places said to be haunted by Tikbalang's Mount Maklingen. Locals believe the mountain is home to spirits that protect it, and Tikbalangs are among them. Hikers often report strange experiences hearing horse-like sounds, seeing tall shadows move between trees, or feeling like they're being followed. Some say the mountain itself changes its paths, confusing those who don't show respect. And if that happens, they say it is not just the mountain ate, es the Tikbalang, reminding you who is in charge. Interestingly, the Tikbalang has also evolved with time. In modern media, it's appeared in comics, films, and even animated shows. Sometimes it's shown as a villain, other times as a misunderstood guardian. In one popular Filipino comic, the Tikbalang is reimagined as a protector of balance between humans and nature, a symbol of environmental awareness. It's incredible how a myth from hundreds of years ago can still inspire stories today. There's also a saying in the Philippines, "May kinakasal na Tikbalang," which means a Tikbalang is getting married. People say this when it's raining while the sun is shining. It's a playful way of connecting weather to folklore, and a reminder that the Tikbalang isn't always a figure of spirit, can also bring laughter and wonder. But what if the Tikbalang isn't just a myth? What if it's something deeper, a symbol of the land's memory? Think about it. The forests of the Philippines have seen countless generations come and go. Every rustle of the leaves, every gust of wind could be the echo of those ancient spirits watching over their home. Maybe the Tikbalang is just our way of giving that unseen power a face. And maybe that's why people still feel it. When you walk through an old forest, and the trees seem to whisper, and the path feels alive, it's easy to imagine that something's there, just out of sight, keeping watch. So the next time you're exploring a quiet mountain trail or wandering through a misty forest, remember this. Don't mock the trees. Don't shout carelessly, and don't forget to ask for permission, because you never know when a Tikbalang might be standing right behind you, unseen, waiting, protecting, reminding you that nature is never truly empty. Whether you believe it is real or not, the Tikbalang will always stand as one of the Philippines' most enduring legends, a creature that bridges the gap between the living and the spirit world, between fear and respect. If you've ever been lost in the woods, maybe you weren't really lost at all. Maybe you were just being guided by the half-horse guardian of the forest. Watch the next video to uncover another secret from the hidden world of Philippine folklore.